congrats to BYU, Kalani, and their victory in the game. Good football team, plays the game the right way, plays hard. Whether you win or lose these games, the feeling at the end is a lot of times the same, because just as we go out and we know we can't control the outcome of games, we control what we put into it and how we play. You also can't control the emotions that you feel when 26 guys that have meant this much to your program playing their last game with you. And that's what this is about tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't make plays down the stretch to be able to come out with a win. Again, credit to BYU for how they played. But I'm going to soak in every last moment I have with these guys.
You have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. We'll start on the far right, please.
Question for both Brent and Haynes. Brent, you had talked so much about the significance of a 10-win season, but also how much
You
this
guys
class.
talked about it. I mean, I said I agreed with you.
Yeah,
it's
that it,
big. Yeah,
yes,
big.
that there
10,
was.
11's big, 8's better than 7, 9's better than 8. It's all good. Wins are wins. Wins are big.
Still,
They're big.
Still to that point, you had also talked about the impact a guy like Haynes and this senior class had on this program moving forward. What is the legacy that he and that class leave as they leave the program and you guys take a next step?
What was it 3 years and 23 wins? 23 wins, is that right? 14, 20, yeah, no, I'm not good at math. But the program had won, what, 3 in 3 years or whatever. So, look, football is a continuous cycle, right? We're to the point now where, and I do talk about that momentum doesn't carry over and teams are new, right? 30, 40 guys every January coming in new. But the identity and the culture of your team, that's established early on, right? That was established by these seniors and by these guys. The identity and the culture. When you have that set the right way, regardless of guys that come in your program, right? The guys that are remaining from the year, they're the ones that carry it on. And they carried it on because of how these guys built it. And they know that's what they wanted to do.
We'll stay in the front row on the edge. Or we'll go across here.
Okay. Haynes, can you talk a little bit about the pass you hit to Eric there to set up the final shots, and then what you saw in those last 4 plays?
I mean, they came up, pressed him. He had a mandatory outside release go route. Liked the matchup, took a shot. He came down with it, and rest is history. But last 4 plays, they zoned us off pretty good, and I either didn't make a play or missed a throw. When you get down there, you got to make those. It happens quicker and tighter and faster. So you got to make a play, especially when it comes down to that.
Coach and Haynes, both. Coach, I'll start with you. There's a moment in the game where you have 14 points in 13 seconds and then 15 points on the other side in the fourth quarter, and then Haynes, you still have a shot even after that, after you hit Eric on that pass. How unique was this as a football game in and of itself? And I mean, obviously you would rather come out on the other side, but as far as, have you seen a game with this much chaos in it that you participated in as a coach?
How much have you followed Georgia Tech the last 3 years?
Fair point.
Our middle name's Chaos. Unfortunately, we weren't able to come out on top.
Brent, we've talked all year about this program making a jump. I mean, clearly you guys made a jump, but what's the next step to take the next jump in the offseason?
Yeah, I stick by what I say all the time. You're getting better, you're getting worse, right? We'll head back tonight. I will sleep for a couple of days, like a hibernating bear. I say that. I probably won't. We got work to do. We got work to do. We got to make sure we have the best roster we can possibly have, right? Put together the best staff that we can possibly have, right? Be here fast. As quick as this season went, the next one will be here. And we got to continue with the identity that these guys have built. And we're rolling into the next one because we got a lot of work to do. But the jump, the next one, is better than this. It's got to be, right? And again, that doesn't always isn't dictated by wins and losses. That's dictated by the type of team you have, how you play the game, all those things. Ultimately, yeah, I get it. We're all judged by the wins and losses. But when you put everything together the right way, those become a byproduct of having everything in the right place, and the kids all believe in the same thing, and the staff believes the same thing.
Stand left, second row, far out.
Brent, in an era where bowl games are talked about and what their meaning is, the emotion from you and the emotion from this team and you guys wanting to play, what went into that, and what did games like this mean to you in this program?
Competitors compete. It doesn't matter where it is, when it is, what time it is, who you're playing. Competitors compete. We've got a team of competitors. All right, we will always have a team of competitors. I'm a competitor, and that's what we do. I mean, I really don't understand. I think the narrative that's been created the last couple of years about these games aren't important. I mean, who's to say a football game's not important? There's 365 days in a year that we live, breathe, work for 12 guaranteed opportunities. There's no other sport like that. And then to have another opportunity to compete, I just don't get that. I don't understand people saying the value of a bowl game. It's a game. It's another chance to play a game.
Front row, canvas.
Coach, I know how important everything is for the seniors and send them off, and it's their final game, but what has this guy to your right meant to you and just the program of Georgia Tech overall?
You know, I've been asked that a lot this week. I think it's pretty obvious. You talk about the toughness, the grit, the leadership, all those things, but I've never seen a young man. I'm not too young. You're old as heck. We're about the same age now, I think. The way he affects others around him is like nothing I've ever seen. Right? The guy that wants the ball, he loves playing football. Right? He's infectious the way he does things. He affects every single person on our football team. He affects coaches. He affects staff members. He won't tell you that, but he does. I mean, those people come around once in, every once in, 20, 30 years, you see those guys. And I've had the opportunity to coach a lot of really good football players and be around a lot of really good quarterbacks. And the ability to affect others in such a positive way, in multiple ways he does it. That's a gift that'll keep giving for the rest of his life.
Here we go. Front row on the aisle.
Haynes, obviously career's over now. What are you going to do next? Where are you going to take your
He's
competitive
going to the NFL.
Yeah, he answered it. Just going to go train and try to get an opportunity to play in the NFL and see where that takes me, and then try to play as long as I can. And after that, I'm always going to be around the game of football.
You go play as long as you can, and then you're going to come slide into an office in the new building.
All right.
Brent,
And then we'll go to the third row.
without looking at the tape yet, how do you evaluate the job Chris Winkie did first time calling plays and serving as the OC?
Yeah, I thought we did a good job. I thought he did a good job getting the plays in. I thought we had a good mix run pass. At the end of the day, coaches, we put plans together and players go execute. That's the trust you have in players. I thought he did a good job. Look, at the end of the day, we were in a position to be able to win the football game. That's what you asked for. Yeah, I'm proud of Chris.
Okay, the third row left, and then we'll go right here.
Haynes, it's Coach Key has been asked about you probably dozen times this week, but I don't know if you've been asked about what he's meant to you and you getting this opportunity at Georgia Tech and what this institute has meant to you in your life, your football career.
I mean, it's everything. You know, he's the one that gave me this opportunity. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. And then, as well as that, they've just turned my life totally around. Coming from A&M, you know, a lot of stuff went wrong. Don't know what the cause was, but it led me here. It led me to these great people, and when I entered the portal, I wanted to surround myself with great people and that were like-minded, wired the right way, and wanted to do stuff the right way. And that's what I did. That's what I found here. And I feel like it's not just going to happen while I'm here. It's you know, generations to go as well.
Haynes, what's it going to be like when you take those pads off, when you leave this room, and knowing your Georgia Tech career's ended, and just kind of the reflection of the last 3 years?
I mean, when you reflect on it, at the end of the day, you know, I guess you'd say I had a great career.
Dang right you did.
Thankful for it for sure, but to me, almost like a little bit of I didn't get the job done. Didn't find a way to help my teammates at least win more of the last 4 out of 5. You know, that's just kind of how it ended. It doesn't feel good, but at the end of the day, you know, next day, sun's going to come up, birds going to chirp, everything will be all right.
I just appreciate you being here. Thank you for a great week down here. Love to work with you.
Yeah, well, I'd like to, you know, and speak for you too. Thanks to the FCS and the week we had here. This was an outstanding week, outstanding bowl game, outstanding trip, outstanding time for this football team to be able to spend our last week as the 2025 Georgia Tech football team. So from everyone in our organization and everyone on our team, we say thank you to y'all. So go Jackets.
Go Jackets.
Georgia Tech will have a couple